Hey guys, Jason Samkovic here, Traditional Bow Hunting Wilderness Podcast. We're going to take a minute and talk about this scouting scenario. It's mid-July, actually closer to the end of July, getting down to the wire where I don't want to be in the woods anymore here and screw things up. But if you can look, you can see the sky up there. It's pretty gray. We got storms coming in here in about probably, they're calling for about 2 hours. I got a feeling I'll get soaked, but they're saying it's 2 hours before they get here. So I've spent the last hour getting out here. But what we are in a spot here that's actually not too far. I had a bear bait about 80 yards into the swamp over here last year that I ran, and what I noticed is that I saw a lot of deer while I was hunting bear out there, and I had cameras there. I had deer coming through my footage there, you know, through my trail camera, and a couple of them were some pretty decent bucks. So I came back here just when the season ended or when bear season ended. I came back and I noticed, you'll see this trail right here, this trail that's kind of faint but still pretty good through here. What I did is I came here before I left and I actually put a trail camera so that I could see this trail that kind of came through here, and I left it, and I didn't touch it all year. I kind of left it, and I just came out and checked it a couple days ago, and I found some very interesting results. What I found is that the deer, it was pretty quiet most of the year long, but during the month of, from about October 15th through till about December 15th, that 2-month period, this place was hammered. This trail was hammered with some pretty decent bucks and a lot of deer moving through here. I bet it has to do with the pressure. We're way back in here, and it's probably the deer that are normally up closer up into the normal places, and they've been pushed back into here with the pressure from hunting season. So I came back here. What I want to do is I want to find out where this goes. I pulled it up on Google Earth. I took a look at it. I figured out what's happening. I'm pretty sure this trail is going to take me right to a point. It's going to veer out to a couple of islands out there. Like I said, it's kind of a hike to get here. With my quad during bear season, I could use that quad to get down an old beat up, gone, it's closed off fire road or logging road. It would get me within about half mile or 3/4 of a mile from here, but you know, unless I use my four-wheeler, I can't do that. So it's a solid 1.25 mile walk into where I am now. I bet we got another half mile or maybe somewhere between 1/4 and half mile to go to get to those islands, but we're going to take a look and see. Yes, I could hunt them right here, and it may be a pretty decent option. It's where I got all the trail camera footage of them is here, but I want to go see where they're coming from. So we're going to take a walk back there and see what we can find and see what it turns up for us. So let's go take a look. Now, right off the bat, we've only went 30 yards, and this is already something that I want to note to you guys, because again, you know, I'm teaching this stuff in that bow hunting course. You guys are paying attention in there, and you're learning these things, which, again, some of this video you're going to see on YouTube as a scouting tip. Most of it, you're going to have to go log in and become a member of my bow hunting whitetails online course to see all of this. So I don't know if you'll actually see what I'm telling you right now or not, but what you'll notice here is that we were just standing right down there is where we were at over there. That's where I had that camera set up to catch those deer on that trail. Here's that trail. Runs right through here like this, and now look at the area we're in. See how it's pretty thick right in here like this, right on that edge where those deer come out of. Notice how it's opening up out here. See how this is getting very open? I mean, forget the ferns, just look at how open it is. Notice it right where I'm standing at right here. That deer trail should be going straight through there. It does not. It immediately breaks and heads right towards where my saw is. That makes a hard turn. Hard turn right here through there and heads right over to where that is over there. So it's something to keep in mind and consider, is the fact that, like we talked about, deer won't use this little open area. This little pocket here that's probably 25 yards wide, 35, 40 yards long, it's too open here. They're going to avoid it. They're heading right now right into this stick stuff, and they're going to stay in there right on that edge and use that transition line. They will avoid this stuff like the plague, especially during hunting season. Classic transition line trail right here. Look at that trail right here, how wore down that trail right there is. Over here, super thick and nasty and a lot of deadfalls and blowdowns and hard to walk through, but good cover right there. Right on the edge of it, the transition line. Out here, way too open. Not something the deer want to be in. Classic transition line. And it's also, if you notice, we are on a hillside. They are hidden down here. It is a perfect example of a transition line trail. It just goes to show you that no matter how far back you are, or how good of a hunter you think you are, or how well you think you're doing something, that other people have probably done it before you. You can see these boards right here in this hole. You can see two more of them up there, right there. They're just boards that are just blocking a hole. I don't know why or what. They're just random couple boards. You can see I'm out here in some thick, nasty, super impenetrable swamp, and I'm actually on a deer trail here. That's what I came in here for. I was walking this deer trail in, and you see those two boards right there, and you see those two boards right there. No rhyme or reason, no understanding, don't know how long they've been there, don't know nothing about them, but it just goes to show you that even when you think you're a million miles from anybody, somebody's probably been there before you have. Most likely it's probably somebody coming in here just to drop bait in a long place back here. I'll bet if I keep going on this, I'll probably run into a bear bait back here or something like that, and that's probably what it was from. Haven't found out yet, but it just goes to show you, like I said, never, we're not the only ones that do this kind of stuff out here. You're likely to run into somebody anywhere. All right, we've made it. We've been out there. We scouted that island. It was out there back that way. We've come back. There was that island, just an oak island. Probably going to have some good food on there early season as well too. But I think the activity I want to be at is going to be on this point here where I'm basically at, this point right behind me. Reason for it is I don't want to head out to that island is there's no way for me to get to that island without busting deer bedding around it. So I did go out there. I did look at a couple of spots, marked a couple spots on my GPS that I may try and get into eventually. But first, I think I want to hunt it here to begin with and catch this off this point, especially if I'm here during November or late October. So what I've done here is this is that swamp that divides. That island is out that way, and then behind me back here, you can see the hard grounds is that point that I came in off of, and we're on that point right here. And the problem is I have running over there about 15 yards, I have a massive trail that comes out of here and it goes to that island. Then I have another smaller trail right here. It's actually pretty heavily used, but you can't tell right now because of all the ferns and stuff in here. But I got this trail that runs right through here. This trail that I'm on and that trail that over there, they merge together over here, which I will show you. And then there's another kicker trail that goes up this way. And the problem I'm having here is that there's no way for me to be able to hunt him in here to catch both without trimming half this forest down, and I'm not doing it. But like if I were to go in that tree right there, that one that you see right there, it would be a pain to have to cut and trim all this stuff out and be able to get shooting to both sides through this stuff. And keep in mind, this trail makes a hard turn right here, so I'm going to have to deal with quartering on shots and things like that. I don't like it. If I were to set up in here someplace, I probably could, but again, look at that side, so nasty and thick that I got to try and trim through to shoot. It's just not worth me doing it, and it's not legal for me to be cutting all this stuff down, so it's not an option for me to hunt this in here. So I'm going to backtrack out. There's where that trail kicks off right there. You'll see it goes up and around that way, but here's one of these trails that I'm on, and that other one, there's another trail that runs right up and breaks off of the one I was on and does go right up through there. You can see it right up through there like that, and that merges with that one over there. And then up here we got this higher ground. So and then there's that other trail that, like I said, where it broke off of this one and it goes right up over there. I'm going to not be able to shoot that one. There's no way for me to be able to capture all three of these major trails. And there is a possibility deer could be going that way, that's for sure. But there's just no way for me as a traditional bow hunter to do it without being back in there and having to really chop half this stuff down. There's just not an option for me to get a 20-yard shot on all three of them. So what I'm doing is sticking with this trail here. It's going to run through. That other one is going to come up here through the middle right here, right in there, and work its way right up. And they come in and they merge to this big one that runs right over here and runs right down right there. Again, keep in mind we're in July. They're not using this right now. They haven't used this since last year. I have trail camera proof to show it, like I said in the beginning. You're not seeing a lot of it now, but I can see where they are and what they were using and how they used it. And then it all merges into this main trail that runs right here. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is probably prepping. I will probably set up I'll probably set up right in that poplar right there next to that pine where I can shoot right through here real easy. Or I might go in that double tree right there where I can shoot this. But this one gives me access here. This trail is going to give me access to all of the deer that filter off of that island and come out and want to run this transition line that I showed you right along this edge here where they're going to work their way. It's going to give me options. And if I'm in one of these trees, it gives me options to shoot into this little pocket that you see right here in case they do cut through here and run through there. I can knock over a couple of these dead things, snap a few of these little sticks off, and I can give myself, like this, I can just pop these right off, and I can give myself enough shooting to be able to shoot right into here and be able to get them if they do cut this trail and stay inside of there. So this is where I think I'm going to do. Yes, I have to give up that back trail, but I gain the benefit of being able to use or to capture all this deer movement. All I need to do is get a wind going in a direction that's not going to get me busted in that tree. That's probably the one I'm going to go in, is that double tree right there. It's about a, I don't know, 5-yard shot right off of here. I'll be up there, you know, just tucked in right there, nice nestled in and not seen, and wind going out that way right there, or heading out that way, or whatever I want. It's going to be good and safe and secure right here, and it's going to work like a champ. So that's kind of my game plan for what I'm going to do and how I'm going to hunt this. Yeah, I don't got a lot more. It's your basic simple transition line kind of off of a point. I will pull this up on Google Earth for you, for you guys that are in the course. For you guys that aren't in the course, I'm probably going to end it right here for you. But for you guys that are on Google Earth, I will pull it up and I will show you why I chose this particular point rather than a point on an island or being on that island itself. There is a reason for it that I chose that based on travel, and I will pull that up and show it to you on Google Earth. So stick around if you're in the course, and I can explain that to you, show you exactly why, what I think the deer are going to do, and why I'm here rather than out there on that island. So I'll show you that info. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.